my god. Oh my god. Well, um, not very happy with how Streamlabs has done their streaming thing. I apologize greatly to everybody. Uh, that was, I totally forgot that they did that. Yeah. I am very sorry. They have, yeah, like I remember back in the day when I was doing some streams that you just hit start streaming and it would go up. But now they have this whole thing where I guess it's because it's a YouTube thing where you have to actually hit the go live button. I'm very sorry, guys. I've been talking to myself for like the past 15 minutes, um, thinking that everything was okay. I apologize. But anyways, yeah, action hasn't started yet. Everyone just took off, so don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and switch to satellite view so things are a little bit better. I'm getting this compass rose out of here. No one needs to know where they're going. Alrighty, so we got Mumblerines and GRC over here. 8-ship formation. We got Simba, Signore, Sarah, Mouse, Scout Urubu, Zachrix, Leodama, and Beef over here in a 6 Viper, 2 Hornet split, all taking pretty standard, bog standard loadouts. I do have the skins installed for them, so that's good. Obviously, 6 sticks plus 2 heaters for the F-18s, and just straight 6 sticks over here. I did see one member at the very least of Mumblerines carrying a sniper pod. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Mouse. Somebody over here was carrying a sniper pod. Is it Scout? It is Scout. Scout's got the sniper pod over here. Yeah, I apologize. That's a little awkward. But over here on the 9G side, the away team, we got Yarkaz, Mia Pronin, Hanslau, Aggressor, Grey Goo, Valik, Wormwood, who has something in Russian that I think says Poland, something like that, and Alterman, also in a 6 Viper, 2 Hornet split. Same exact loadouts as the enemy team, because why would you really carry anything else? No sniper pods that I saw, and the skins are not operational because I think they are using different skins than what they have uploaded in the TACT skins thing. Anyways, so, the fighters are taking off, or they took off from Damascus and Haiti, coming across about 175 miles across between the two airfields. So pretty standard distance, not anything too crazy. And it looks like we have Mumblerines GRC coming across in a big old wall formation. Zachrix peeking out ahead. Altitudes are a little all over the place. We got Sarah down here, pretty low, or low comparatively at 31,000. Other members of the team up in the 40s. And over here, 9G, we've got something of a 3-group wall here with 2 trailer F-16s. Everyone's up in the mid-30s up to the lower 40s. Something happened over here with this F-16 trailing behind this F-18. You can see it's probably supposed to look a little bit more like what we have over here with Valik and Wormwood, but Yarkaz and Mia Pronin seem to have a little bit of a hiccup there. So, not entirely sure who will win. Mumblerines GRC, obviously a pretty good collection of people. And we have our first missile coming out. Actually, I'll take that. I'll pause that. Let's see the distance. About 43, 44 miles right there on that first missile heading out for this group of 2. Probably on the Hornet. And the Hornet's taking a double tap here. Oh, Yarkaz even fired double tap going over here. 50 miles. Probably about, yeah, somewhere between the 40, 45 mile range over here for Valik. Yarkaz sending him out up to 50 miles away. 9G has been doing this, and they get a really huge loft on these missiles. You can see this thing is cruising up in 80,000 feet right now. Coming on down on the arc already. Zachrix coming down hard on the, or he's coming down and diving really hard over here. Doomslayer coming down, Leodama also coming down, Signore, and we have, let's see, 6 missiles out in the air right now. 7th missile just came out, probably from Mia Pronin over here, and we only have, looks like 3 missiles out from Mumblerines GRC. 4th missile, 5th missile out actually over here for Mumblerines GRC as they come out. I'll get some music on soon. I just noticed that it's really quiet. But We got this missile right here, and Wormwood's probably pretty safe. He's pretty down low. This missile still, it's just passing through Mach 2 right now at 24,000 feet. Won't have any energy. Missile defeated over there by Signore. Mouse is running a missile away. This thing is dead for sure. AIM 120 coming in on Simba. Looks like he's trying to beam it, and it looks like the beam will work. That's getting behind him over there. Leodama over here trying to beam a AMRAAM, and that's definitely going to work. It's already subsonic over there. We got another missile out from Grey Goo. Looks like it's heading out somewhere in the pack, probably towards, looks like it's going towards Scout right now up at 20,000 feet. 20-mile cheap shot, actually. Total cheap shot, 20 miles. That thing is still needing some guidance. It won't be going active until right about now. Just about there, and it goes active. You could see a big old, well, I could see a big old turn right here to go on to Scout, so he's getting that delayed missile. Let's see. Any more fighting coming out here? We got the two F-16s way back here up high. That's something that 9G is like to do. We got another AIM 120 coming out here. Probably looking like it's going towards Simba for sure. Signore taking a pot shot at Mia Pronin. Mia Pronin retaliating with his own shot. All in about the 10-mile range, but everyone's pretty low. So, and also in the hills over here specifically. We got missiles coming out from Leodama, taking a bit of a cheap shot, 10 miles over here. The League taking a retaliation shot against Leodama. And we got two 9G members coming in straight up the middle. Zachrix all alone right there. Yarkaz pressing into the cloud of Mumblerines GRC all by his lonesome right now, taking a missile shot probably at Mouse. Mouse retaliates. Signore pops a second missile out there on him on the other side. So perhaps, unless he turns cold, it may be a difficult notch. And looks like he's turning cold, but not quite. We may see a death here. And first death goes to Yarkaz, unless I missed something. But first death down is Yarkaz. Looks like Mouse made it out of there. Yep, Signore scores that kill. About to merge with Mia Pronin over there. Wormwood, Valik, Doomslayer, Leodama over here fighting it out. Zachrix notches a missile from Grey Goo over there. We got a merge. AIM 120 coming out on Mia Pronin over here between Sarah and them. They exchange some missiles. Signore now on the 6 of Mia Pronin, taking a no escape zone shot over there. Scout Aburu taking a shot at Grey Goo. Grey Goo retaliating as well. We may see another death here from Mia Pronin. And it looks like he was able to narrowly escape that one right there. Zachrix on the 6 of Grey Goo. High fast missile coming out from Alterman onto Signore right over there. Zachrix taking a, looks like a no escape zone shot on Grey Goo. This one might be a kill right here. And there we go. Another one down. Grey Goo is down from Zachrix. Hanslau up in the 52,000 foot range in his F-16, going about just under Mach 1.5, sending him out towards Doomslayer way down low. These missiles are going to have a ton of energy, still cruising at Mach 3 through 20,000 feet down to Doomslayer right there. Aggressor about to die, and he goes down to Scout Urubu. And we have a missile coming out from Alterman. Double tap onto Mia Pronin over here. Signore might eat it. Who knows? Let's take a check. Let's take a look-see. And nothing happens there, but it looks like I missed out. Wormwood did, in fact, kill Beef at some point over here. Now we got Zachrix and Scout on the right-hand side, fighting against the 3-ship of Hanslau way up in the stratosphere versus Valik and Wormwood, who are right next to each other, side by side. Alterman getting sandwiched, but I don't know if Mumblerines and GRC actually know what's going on here. Scout narrowly dodges a missile right there. And we got a couple of missiles. Hanslau right there. If only Zachrix could turn in. Well, actually, he's up high, so I don't know what I'm saying. Alterman also crazy up high. This missile is climbing out up to Alterman, actually. Is he going to die? Is he going to die to this missile? Ooh, you just saw it sling right on by him right there, just across the screen. Insane that he actually survived that one right there. But we got the cloud of GRC Mumblerines over here. Mia Pronin's all by his lonesome. Alterman also by his lonesome. Looks like he's going to be joining up with Hanslau. Maybe they'll get a bit of cross-map radar action for stuff. Ooh, AIM 120 coming out hard from Alterman. Not entirely sure on who. probably Scout, and it's just taking a really... Okay, Alterman's definitely got to die to this one now. There's no way. There we go, and he's down. Up at 46,000 feet. He goes down to... I have no idea. Zachrix actually died to Valik at some point over here in this mix-up. Scout is all by himself, mixed up inside of this little cloud of 9G right now, taking pot shots against Mia Pronin, retaliating here. Looks like, let's see. Okay, Scout defends. He's probably going to notch this right here, no problem. And looks like he did very easily. We got an AIM-120 coming in on Simba, coming straight down on him right now. He's probably going to eat this. This thing is full of energy. And he defeats it out of their energy. Signore goes down to a missile from Hanslau, though. Just barely caught that one. And now it is currently 3v4 with 9G still having a guy oppressively up at 50,000 feet, although he's not of much use if the rest of 9G can't donate him any targets, because he is very close, very high up in the sky right now. He's above the cons. He should be above the cons. We got 2-ship, Valik, Mia Pronin coming in on Scout. Don't know how Scout's going to deal with this. What's his loadout? He's got 1 stick remaining. Valik has 2 heaters remaining. Mia Pronin just fires his final AMRAM at Scout, and Scout takes out Mia Pronin, and he notches both missiles from Valik and Mia Pronin. So, back down to a 3v3, although Scout's got his 6 taken. Hopefully Simba catches the drift and is able to target Valik right now. We got a merge happening, and he eats the AIM-9. Scout goes down to an AIM-9. We got a super off-bore AIM-120 off from Sarah onto Wormwood. That is just outside of no escape zone. I think Wormwood will be safe, but Sarah is definitely not surviving this one. Slow, low. Holy moly, the missile actually did miss. Oh my god, okay. Guess super lucky notch there. AIM-120 coming out on Valik. Valik should be eating this one. Oh, looks like some desync there. Not very good, not very good. But we got another high off bore sight. AIM-120 there. That one does take Valik down this time. We got an AIM-120 out on Simba here, who... Ooh, oh, eats it. Must have eaten the missile. Now we got a 1v2 with Sarah versus Hanslau Wormwood, and it's a merge, ladies and gentlemen. F-18 versus F-16, classic DCS dogfighting, and looks like Sarah actually has 2 AMRAMs still on the belly. Perhaps we get a little bit of cheeky engagement of Wormwood over here if he or she accidentally locks him up. But looks like Wormwood's totally lost here. We got Hanslau coming in. They're both in their dogfight. 2-circle rate fight. Looks like Hanslau is ditching out of this fight. Maybe just gaining some energy before turning back in. But he's given up his precious 6 o'clock, which may just result in his death, given that Sarah does still have missiles. But it looks like Sarah lost it. Oh, no. Definitely fired a missile out there. Took down Hanslau nice and cleanly right there. And it looks like Wormwood is just totally lost. Sarah also may be lost. We don't know their fuel states right now. But it is currently 1 versus 1 over Syria right now. F-16 versus F-18. 9G totally out of missiles. And it looks like he may be trying to fly... I was going to say he may be trying to fly an endurance profile, but he's definitely just trying to get some altitude. Hopefully Sarah is able to actually find each other. Although it doesn't look like it. They're pretty close. They're inside of visual range, but there's a 20,000 foot separation. Zerg, definitely legal loadouts. Everyone I saw had 6 missiles. I don't know what's going on. I think this one, I don't know who Sarah is, but I think they took 2 tanks or something. I don't know what's going on here. But should be legal loadouts. If they were illegal, we will catch that. Not right now though. I didn't notice if there was anything illegal about the loadouts. But 1 missile left, 2 there. And Wormwood, I guess, is just gonna go play a fuel game. Sarah is totally lost right now. So I guess we're just gonna have to wait. In the meantime, let me grab some music to put on or something. I don't know, because we have no idea when these guys will actually figure out where each other are, and it looks like it's not happening anytime soon because Wormwood is just totally checked out up here at high altitude. Sarah is, I don't know, doing the same thing, but for some reason at low altitude. And also with low RPMs, about 80, under 90% RPM there, so just cruising at low altitude. No idea what's going on there. I'm getting word from higher ups that perhaps Sarah on Mumblerines brought an illegal loadout. Because it looks like you see that extra pylon on the right wing right there sticking out. That I believe is a Sparrow rail. I'm unsure if they did in fact bring an illegal loadout. I did not notice, and if I didn't notice, that is completely my bad that I had not noticed. But we will double check. We will double check here, actually. I think I can go back into my own stream and see. So, maybe. I have no idea. Actually, I guess not. But, yeah. So, if there was an illegal loadout, I don't know. I assume that just disqualifies them this round, or disqualifies this person, but we still have no idea what the outcome of this match is going to be. They're both... I don't think Sarah's ever going to find Wormwood over here. Pretty far out and flying cold, so going to be pretty difficult for the Hornet radar to actually pick them up in a scan here. Yeah, there was one aim 7. So the rules of the game are that there are 8 missiles maximum. So as long as Sarah only brought 8 missiles total, it's fine. But that's the issue. There were still 2 AMRAAMs on the belly. There's 2 missiles on the wingtips, and it looks like there were 4. It looks like there could have been 4 AMRAAMs on the wing pylons alongside that single Sparrow, which would make a 9 missile count, which would be unfortunate if that were actually the case. I mean, I'm not even going to give my opinion on anything like that, so I'll just say that if they are caught cheating, quote-unquote cheating, then they will suffer the consequences, and that's all I can really say about that. So, but unfortunately, 9G just doesn't want to participate in the fight because he's got no missiles and probably he's low on gas. He's cruising around at 300 knots, less than that. I think, oh, he's actually out of gas. Why he doesn't just eject and he's wasting our time, I have no idea. But I guess I don't know if I mean he's gonna crash. He cannot possibly make this 60-mile glide at 16,000 feet coming from 260 knots. So I don't know why he doesn't just eject. I think he's trying to screw Mumblerines and GRC over by making it so that they also can't fly back, just wasting their time, hoping they fuel out and they get a tied round. But I understand. I get it. It's competition. You want to win. But yeah, kind of cringe, I would say, I think. You know, just I'm going to put that out there as my personal humble opinion. So, yeah. Let's see. Let's just put a little bit of music on here, shall we? Alrighty. Should be good now. Yeah, exactly, Skits. A tactic for sure. We saw a lot of fuel games back in ye olden times. Not so much these days. But, you know, this is just unfortunately the reality when there's no data link and there's no system in place to sort of tell you where the other opponent is for cases like this. So you just kind of have two people flying around in circles, especially if one of them is literally just totally out of fuel and just wasting everyone's time, and we don't like that. Yeah, Sarah most certainly has plenty of fuel. I mean, even after that dogfight that they had, they should be perfectly fine. I mean, they've been cruising around the whole time, flying pretty slow. They might be, excuse me, they might be a pretty new player to the game, just given how slow they were fighting at, and also the fact that they might have messed up their loadout. That would indicate noob behavior. So, but looks like they're taking on a cruise profile themselves. Wormwood down to 11,000 feet. Still just wasting your time. I think, I mean, whatever. I won't make any comments. The beautiful audience of this stream can make up their own opinions. They can write their own complaints. I'm here to show you what's going on and nothing else. All right, so I'll let that be your guys' decision. Power to the people, as it were, right? The people's champion. And the people's champion currently is a difficult toss-up between someone who may have illegally brought in an extra missile and somebody who's wasting all our time wasting all our time gliding their aircraft into the ground in hopes that they tie the game by wasting the other person's fuel and time. So, anyone have any votes for People's Champion? Give me a, I don't even know. A 1 for Wormwood and a 2 for Sarah. I have no idea. People's Champion this time around. But, we had some pretty good stuff going on. That was actually a pretty good fight. The fact that it broke down so quickly, and actually ended up in a 1v1. Very, very surprising that Sarah actually came out of that merge, just winning it. The 9G guy either just ran out of fuel and wanted to break off, or, I don't know, just, I guess, lost sight, broke off, hoping to get some separation, and then just took an AMRAM up the butt. So, yeah. But, I'm gonna actually, hold on, let me try something here real quick. Open that up. Hopefully, I think this works. Yeah, it does. Hey, check that out. Well, I have a draw tool, and I do have a drawing tablet, and I was meaning to do some drawing, but it's kind of hard to do while the fight's actually going on. But unfortunately, this is what we have right here. We got this guy at 4,000 feet, slowly descending to his death. Sarah very slowly climbing out, most certainly going to make it out. He's going to die over here, and it's going to be pretty over. And there is, like, I don't even know. The bubble's like 85, 90 miles across, and it looks like they've got about 60 miles of separation here, I think. So it's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Let's go, again, check in on Wormwood. Oh, we got a little bit of an arrow. Whoa. Whoa. There we go. Beautiful. Subway surfers on the side so we can focus. I know, I need to put that up. We're all just chilling. We're all just chilling. There we go. That's what we can hear right now in the cockpit of Wormwood as he descends. It is his final moments in this server. Oh, he's pulling up. He's going for gear down. He's going for gear down right now. Will we see him just explode on the ground? Most likely. Oh, he bounced. And his gear totally broken in the back there. His main gear have been shattered on the ground, and Blue has officially taken control of the battle space. Holy moly. Finally. Oh, and there we go. Alright, sweet. Finally, we can go over to Sarah, who has won this round, perhaps via a little bit of a cheeky miss loadout, but that will be seen, so hopefully that's not the case. We still got, but I don't know. Given the fact that there is still one AMRAM on here, I mean, it could have played out, but whatever. I'm not going to say anything. I keep wanting to say something, and I'm like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. I'm sorry. But it's really hard to not be super opinionated when stuff happens. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so looks like Sarah may be whoever Athena is. Sarah is Athena on alt account, by the way. Yeah, that's what I assumed from other people saying. So yeah, with Mumble with the Athena effect still. So, but if I'm not mistaken, Athena was like a normal comp member, and so like this loadout issue shouldn't be a thing. But yeah, so like again, there's this extra hard point right here, which, you know, could be a couple of things. It looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that is the Sparrow rail to put a Sparrow on. So it's either that or a double ugly loadout for some reason. And we ended up getting 9 missiles on this jet instead of just 8, which would be very, very unfortunate for that to have been the case. So hopefully that isn't the case. And we are just seeing the act of an insane person carrying a double ugly loadout. I can't really do a missile check, unfortunately, because I did the streaming correctly at the very, very start, because I did not know that you have to hit the go live button on OBS instead of just, you know, it says start streaming, and you start streaming, but then you don't actually show anything until you hit the go live button. So other people could have caught that, but, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Still heading out over here. 31 miles, 31 nautical miles outside of Damascus. Probably, honestly, enough time to just get the trailers and whatnot out of the way. And I will actually play the trailer here, because we're just going to be cruising for a little while. So, give me 1 second. Let me grab the trailer. Specifically the contention one. As you can see at the bottom, the round score, I actually need to change the round scores. I apologize. Here we go. Boom. Well, actually, I can't change it until Sarah lands. So, but, as you can see at the bottom, next to where it says the round and the little nice overlay that I put together, TACT this year is sponsored, advertised, in association with Strike Package Studios, the wonderful people that host the brilliant contention server, and they put together a little trailer, or a little thing, for the tournament. So let me put that up right now. Wasn't that a wonderful trailer? I love F-16s. I love MiG-29s. I love it when they shoot each other down. I think we can all agree that it's just wonderful. It's just wonderful to blow things up. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and double check everything. When the server restarts, I could have, well, I don't know if somebody will be monitoring, but if Zerg or No Wheels or Jumper, somebody who is able to access the server stuff, wants to go double check the TAC view to see all the missiles that were fired. I don't know if you can check the server. I mean, I'm sure you can check the server logs to see what missiles were fired, but just to double check that we don't have any stray missiles. I know it's blocking. I know it's blocking because there's nothing happening right now. It's just flying. It's just a Hornet coming down, but we are coming down, I guess, for the landing. You can see Damascus right out there. Beautiful, beautiful Damascus. Probably not that beautiful right now, given the current situation in Syria, but beautiful Damascus in the Syria map, in the context of DCS circa whenever Syria is modeled in this game. But wonderful, wonderful airport. Guys, don't worry. I know the overlay. It's big, it's bold, it's there for the transition. I leave it up because nothing's happening. Don't worry. Gear coming out from Sarah as we come on approach. A bit of a angled approach to the runway here. Gear has come down. And ooh. Where's the runway? Whoa. Oh, there we go. Air brake coming out as we approach the landing. Air brakes come back in here. And let's check that altitude. 2,300 feet. I forget the altitude of the runway on Damascus. I think it's something like... Is it up that high? Looks like it's up that high. We're approaching the ground pretty quickly. 140 knots. Coming down. And a little bit of a flare. And smooth on the ground. Get that nose wheel down. You're not in an F-16. Air brake out. Beautiful. Beautiful landing to secure the possible victory for Mumblerines GRC. Hey, Derper Boss. Yes, I am. I already actually used it just a bit ago to have a little bit of fun. But victory has been secured for Mumblerines GRC as they start levitating away. Let's pull this up right here. Server should be restarting right now. I am going to... Let me see. Oh, I've got messages from the Bureau. Looks like even though Sarah has made the landing, round 1 is going to 9G. Their confirmations have been made that Athena, aka Sarah, has in fact taken an illegal loadout. And Mumblerines... Yeah, so Mumblerines has admitted to Athena, or Sarah, as it were, taking an illegal loadout in this tournament match. And so the round goes to 9G in a spectacular upset. But no worries. Mumblerines and GRC were able to pull it out in this first one, 1v1, and survive and win a fuel endurance competition. So perhaps they win round 2 fair and square this time around. And we're able to go to a round 3. But as it currently stands, 9G are the victors. And we are going to go on to round 2. And I will now... Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Okay. I'm looking at the wrong screen when I did that. All right. So 9G properties. Let's change that 0 to a big fat 1 right there. Beautiful. And now. Yeah. Not their first rodeo. Big mistake indeed. Huge mistake. Really did cost them a round. Otherwise, I mean, you know, they still had 3 missiles on their jet with 1 extra missile on board. So, you know, I believe they probably would have been able to pull this out, no problem. Would have certainly been able to still win even without that Sparrow. But unfortunately, taking the Sparrow does disqualify you from that fight. So, big whoopsie here. Let us hope that Sarah does not make the same mistake. I'm sure they've given her a stern talking to. Somebody has gone ahead and sent her the loadout on her DTC cartridge or whatever. Who cares? But, yeah. So, everyone's joining back up. Server had restarted, so everyone's hopping back in. And, in case for people who don't know, teams do switch sides each round. So, we have GRC Mumblerines now taking off from Damascus. They did land there, but that's because you're supposed to land at the enemy airbase and secure, like, a capture, as it were. But GRC were blue, now they're red, and we should be seeing the same split and more or less the same tactics here. 9G, they're readying up. They take a little bit longer to ready up. And, yeah. So, in the meantime, I will just simply go ahead and play the TACT trailer for you guys. So, be right back.
Okay, we just got smoke out of the engine.
Cougar, fix the claim. And Cougar 2's getting smoke into the cockpit now, going 100%.
Good call.
0 oil pressure.
Confirm you still have the same indications of 0 oil pressure?
0 oil pressure, 4 engine faults, 013, 016, 080, 040.
Roger, continue to climb.
Cougar 2 is off.
Go ahead.
What's your power set at now?
80% in the descent.
Copy that.
Copy 50.
Say your power setting. 2.
I'm maxed out at this power setting.
It's getting bumpy on here.
Okay, you're on fire.
Okay, you copy the radar. About 3 miles south. Okay, I've got to shoot.
Understand choppers are in the air. On border 40.
2 o'clock low. 2 o'clock.
Okay, this is one searching. Clean.
It's a single Daenerys 1.
It's 2,000 before. It's still up for ring 5. He's got the advantage. Stand by for the converge here. Now we won. Going about 3 o'clock. Slightly higher than we were.
See if we can get a little closer.
He's got the offensive advantage here. Right down.
And we're back. Teams are loaded in, loading up, taxiing out. And we will be very, very ready for the next actual flyout very shortly here as we move on to round 2 of TACT. Again, for those just joining us, unfortunately, round 1 was, in fact, a Mumblerines GRC victory in terms of survived players and landed players. However, a misstep, a miscalculation by Sarah here, taking an illegal loadout, putting an extra Sparrow on the jet, making the total missile count 9 instead of the legal 8 missiles, and thus disqualifying Mumblerines GRC from that round victory, giving it to 9G, who had one member at the very end, F-16, no fuel, just milling about until he crashed, hopefully to get that tie. But it didn't matter in the end because of Sarah's illegal loadout. But looks like we're going to have the exact same makeup of the teams as before. Actually, correction, we are seeing 7 F-16s, 1 F-18. Looks like Zachrix swapped out an F-18, or actually he was an F-16 before. Who was flying an F-18 last time? I don't remember. But we have 1 Hornet and 7 Vipers on the Mumblerines team. GRC, legal loadouts this time, and all the Vipers we can assume are going to be having the exact same loadout. The only person who differentiated from the default was Scout. He brought a sniper pod, which he has right there, right now. Me personally, I'm up in the air on the sniper pod in competition just because it's a bit of a hassle to use, but it can provide very, very good information. I know I've used it in scrimmage matches with 64th to look at a guy late in the game up close and notify everyone that he is in fact out of missiles and to just go kill him. just blow him out of the sky. He's out of weapons. So it has a lot of utility there. I know a lot of people like to use it to spot missile launches, but frankly, I think the usefulness of spotting missile launches is not useful. But that's me personally. All right. Over here, we're going to follow 9G out on the takeoff to begin with, as we did last time. It looks like Wormwood is going to take his time in loading up. Same thing over here with Hanslau, who is going to be taking some time to load up. And woo! Let's hit F3 there. Beautiful, beautiful. I already checked Sarah's loadout. Don't worry, she's not breaking the rules this time around. Thankfully, everything should be a-okay. Okay, real quick, I'm going to notify 9. Okay, important notification. 9G has won the first round due to technicality on MGRC's part. Please notify when ready for countdown. There we go. All right, mission accomplished. How far away from each other do the teams start? Teams start about 176 miles apart from each other. Damascus to Hayti gives us that nice 176, 175 mile split over here. My measuring tool also could just be inaccurate, but Bubble is also about 90 miles across. So Fighting Arena is pretty big, pretty big. And yeah, so like I said, team over here all lined up. Sarah, again, just for those who are doubting, does in fact have a legal loadout, although is using the outboard Using the outboard whatchamacallits mounts for the AMRAMs. (9G) has called that they are ready. And Mumblerines GRC has called that they are ready, so we will count down now. Countdown starting. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Teams are rocking and they are rolling. As you can see on, again, beautiful sunny Syria. Mumble needs a handicap. maybe 16 jets inside that bubble. Sometimes it feels small. It feels small at the very start, but when you get down to, like, you know, 2 to 4 people, it's a little big. It's definitely a little big. And when we get into moments like we have been where it's just one person left on either side, and you know, it just takes forever to end the round. So I think perhaps for next year something can be done about that situation. As we hear the other jets roaring by, and I totally forgot that these guys actually take a while to take off. They come in really delayed. But we're gonna hang in there with them. We're gonna hang in there and see what happens. In the meantime, I'm going to, I guess, mess around on screen. I don't even know. Oh, they're spooling up. There we go. Alrighty. W camera work, thank you very much. F-16's taking off here. Going their separate ways now. Let's go ahead and see how the teams are forming up. They should be forming up more or less like they did before. So, as far as like they did before, what we saw before was obviously GRC Mumblerines was over here, 9G was over here, but GRC Mumblerines is going to be on the south side of the bubble now. And beforehand, they came in as something of a disjointed wall formation over here. 9G, they prefer to do some sort of wall with a stinger element in the back over there. We usually have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and then we have 2 guys way in the back, and they are the ones that stay up high and fast. They come in pretty late. What we've seen in the past, and I believe what we saw there as well, is that they like to take splits over here and sort of mill about in the back line while everything is happening here. Usually we see a Hornet over here and over here, and they take some really long double taps on enemy fighters at about 50 nautical miles. I mean, that's really what we see here. It's about 50 nautical mile shot on somebody over there. And then sort of see the F-16s take a defensive posture before coming back in. These guys like to come up the center and they attack, and then we have this other F-16 come over here as well for the fight. And then it sort of breaks down from there. As far as what we've seen from Mumblerines GRC, it's more or less a little haphazard, but they do like to keep, their guys in that sort of wall formation the whole time. We saw a little bit of a breakdown in the middle of the match, where people were getting mixed up in and out of each other. It was all over the place over there. So, thank you, Zerg. Thank you for nice art. Am I using a tablet or a mouse? In the past, I used a mouse, but I actually have a tablet this time around. So, that's what I'm using right now to write up. So, it looks like actually here we have Mumblerines GRC, they're a much more of a guerrilla group this time around. They're very squished up. Beforehand, they were really wide, covering like the entirety of the width of the bubble down here, but now they're in a much tighter formation here. But it looks like Simba's going to be going out there to the front. Signore, we're going to be having here. Scout looks like he's going over here to split. Or Scout's actually, no, Scout's going out. Leodama's coming straight in. Who is this right here? I can't even tell, actually. Oh, this one's Sarah. Sarah's also coming up the middle. So we might have a little bit of flanking going on around the side while there's like a big ball of messes happening in the center. We may see that happen. Who knows? But will be interesting to see what happens. But it is more or less the same formation they did before. Kind of a guerrilla group wall presentation here. 9G far more, you know, organized over here. What's going on? Hanslau, Alterman, they're taking a wider spread this time around. I think beforehand they came in pretty narrow over here. But this time they're going to take a wide spread, and they're most certainly going to be going... They're going to come in, and they're going to come across like this to maintain their altitude, defend against incoming missiles. We got the F-18 right here, Valik, F-18 right here. They're going to be taking those 50-mile long bombs, like I said before. So we should be seeing their missile shots come out here shortly. Let's check the distance here. Nearest bandit, 60 miles, so they're definitely all spotted on radar. Mumblerines GRC going to have a worse picture here because the only Hornet in the group is Sarah. So, you know, going to have a little bit of a worse picture here, but 55 miles away here now. Let's get that going. Let's see what we can see here. And, where are we going? I'm looking. Yarkaz looks like he's pitching up right now. We got a very fast acceleration of altitude, and they have fired. Lead bandits 46 miles, double tapping again. Bandits over here as far as 53 miles, as short as 45 miles. Two tap over here from the Hornets on either side. Mia Pronin and Valik. No, Valik is the one who shot Wormwood. Wormwood takes his shot now. Looks like it's going out towards, could be going towards Scout or Sarah back here, but still 42 some odd miles. We got a tap from Grey Goo, an aggressor over there. Zachrix launches his own shot at about 35 miles. Mouse also fires. Urubu, Leodama as well. Signore launched a little bit ago over here. Looks like probably about 40-ish miles on that shot as missiles are coming out from both teams. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missiles out. 6 now. Simba taking his own shot on the 6-man group over here. So we got 6 missiles out. We got on 9G, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 missiles out. So every single member of Mumblerines GRC is theoretically targeted and engaged right now by the 6 ship of 9G. And unfortunately, due to the presentation of 9G's formation, they still have 2 bandits unengaged. And so they're going to be having some free guys going on. Mia Pronin still flying in. Looks like this AIM-120 is the one that's going to be coming down on him. Yarkaz turned cold. Grey Goo Aggressor also turned cold. Valik and Wormwood over here turned cold. Wormwood is going to survive for sure. I mean, that's a slow missile right there. But any missile shots over here? Everyone's super duper low. Crazy low. We got Scout being the highest member over here at 13,000 feet. Coming back in. Signore, Mouse, they're spread 10 miles wide. Coming in hot, though, against not a lone Mia Pronin, but he's defending a missile. He probably assumed that it was perhaps a late missile shot. But we got 4 members of 9G over here. We got 2 members over here. Valik leaving Wormwood out to dry for some reason. Altman and Hanslau still up in the high altitude bracket, the very high altitude bracket to be specific. And hopefully the Mumblerines and Grim Reapers competitive have noticed that they're missing 2 people. Wormwood has taken another shot, cheap shot. I've noticed 9G really likes to take cheap shots. Scout took certainly a cheap shot here, mostly because this missile probably went active the second he fired, and he did not want to take any chances. Signore firing about a 15-mile shot from probably fairly low altitude. I mean, this missile's already Mach 2, and it's still 5 miles away, and he's turning cold, so it's not going to be much of an issue. Mouse here, flowing cold, probably needs to turn back in. We got a 3-ship sort of wall from 9G coming in on the right-hand side against a distant Zacharys 20 miles out. Sarah all by her lonesome 10 miles out on the deck against an 11,000-foot Grey Goo. Missile coming out from Valik. Leodama also trading missiles. That's 10 miles from each of them at about 10,000 feet. And Grey Goo finally takes a shot. Sarah a little late on that, but Grey Goo is going to be notching that one. Sarah is also going to be notching that one as well. Terrain not loading in. That's just normal. Grey Goo has defeated the missile. His lights are still on, but it doesn't matter. It's only the Hornet that actually shows up with its lights being bright enough. Missiles traded from Signore and Yarkaz over here. And it looks like Hanslau has finally decided to join the party. 51,000 feet screaming in, taking a something about 15 sub 20 mile shot up here in the stratosphere. Still got a centerline tank going on his jet, and he takes a second shot. He's going about Mach 1.4, 1.5. Leodama may eat this one. Second missile out for Leodama right there. Got double tap from Mia Pronin onto Mouse Signore. Signore and Mouse take a tap on them. Altman takes a long shot, 25-ish miles up there. And it looks like Simba actually went down over here on the right-hand side at some point, and Leodama does go down to Hanslau there. Looks like Scout's probably going to eat this over here at some point. We get this missile coming in Mach 3, very, very close. And this one, I mean, shouldn't hurt him over there, but we're going to follow him because he may just eat it. And he goes down. He explodes right then and there in the sky. Hanslau getting up close and personal. We got an AIM-120 energy. Got defeated right there. Yarkaz takes down Signore as well at some point over here. Just missed that one. Mouse is all by himself over here. He's trying to notch. And, oh, I have no idea. Right on through. Let's see. 2 versus 8 still on this side. Mouse trying to defend over here. Both missiles defeated? Looks like both missiles defeated, but it is another AIM-120 coming out from the stratosphere from Altman. Mia Pronin following it up. Sarah not making herself useful at all. I have no idea what's going on with Mouse. He's freaking out, and it's causing the server to freak out. Desynced missile just exploded on his jet right there, and he goes down to another missile that has not desynced. Beef takes a shot up here at Valik. Looks like Valik is taking this missile. He might eat it, but we never know. Supersonic, sonic boom. Missile defeated. And we have 6 members of... Whoa, what is going on there? Okay. 6 members of 9G versus 3 members of Mumblerine GRC. Missile coming out from Doom on him, just outside of no escape zone. So hopefully doesn't kill him. Honestly, shouldn't kill him, but 2 sticks left. He's coming through very, very quickly in Afterburner. And, oh boy. What's going on here? We may see a death. Never mind, we're all good. Never a second to worry. And we got missiles coming out, both notching. Mia Pronin survives it. Sarah survives it. She's going real slow, 340 knots. Oh, he's turning away. He's turning away. Sarah takes a missile shot up at Altman, perhaps? Nope, not up. Zacharys takes a long shot at Yarkaz, doesn't make any connection. Zacharys definitely being targeted here by Altman, that missile. And Zacharys is going to go down to this AIM-120 right here on his side, and he does. He eats that right then and there. Sarah now mixed in with the bad guys of 9G versus the good guys of Mumblerine GRC in the context. I guess it's blue is good in this time. But to her perspective, they're the bad guys, of course. AIM-120 coming out on the tail of Doom. He's going to eat this one for sure. Takes a missile shot out, though. And he eats that, of course. Shot super close in the dark. And this AIM-120 is cruising. Altman should notch it. Sarah takes a shot at Yarkaz. Yarkaz may eat this one. And he does. He goes down for the count from Sarah. Sarah pulling it out. Maybe pulls out the win here. 2 missiles remaining on her jet. Hanslau on her 6. Takes a missile shot. And this should... Oh! Desynced missile exploded right there off the side of the wing. And they're merged now, right then and there. Oh, coming in close. Overshoot. Hopefully Sarah sees that. Not reacting to it at all. Apparently didn't see it. Okay, sees it now. But we have the entirety of 9G closing in. Onslow not flaring at all. Oh, flaring now. And he eats the AIM-9M anyways. Flared a little too late. Sarah is going for the notch. And eats that missile and goes straight down. And 9G have won round 2. Well, they haven't won just yet. They gotta land first. But of course, they won in spirit. Well, I guess in reality. But in spirit. So, unfortunately, due to the miscalculation on Sarah's part on the Mumblerines GRC side, 9G now have 2 victories out of 3 rounds, thus making them the winners. Yes, please. So, yeah. That's just what happens, I guess. It's just kind of over. It's out. Let's take a look at the... I said yes. Yes, RTB. Oh, enemy base. Enemy base. RTEB. Enemy base. I didn't know what they meant by RTEB. Sorry. That was my bad. But, I mean, it's in the rules. Enemy base. Let's take a look at what... Oh, it looks like Altman just decided to not go land. But, 1 stick left from Wormwood here. Mia Pronin, 1 stick left. Valik in the F-18 still has 2 AIM-120s still on this jet, which is fascinating given that they double tap at the very, very start. You're very welcome, Skits. I'm very happy to stream. It definitely takes more of a toll on my voice than I expect it to. But, just disconnect so that we can go to round 3. It may just, I don't know. I think if they disconnect and it ties, I guess that's just no point awarded. Mia Pronin firing off that AMRAAM into oblivion. $500,000 down the drain. Right then and there. But, yes. Thank you guys. Thank you guys all so very much for watching the stream so far. We're just gonna chill out and go watch them land in Damascus, where they're supposed to be. So, up in the cons here. Woo! Super cruising, in fact. Super cruising up in the cons for Valik. Just about supersonic. So, I think there is another stream right now, but I have no idea. Or they're supposed to be. I have no idea, actually. I don't think so. Wow. Either way. Thank you, guys. Maybe BFG next or ETF. I think so. Or maybe they're flying tomorrow. I don't know. 9G expect a new recruit soon. Overdrive, perhaps going over there. Going over to join them. Oh, they're talking about Athena. I get it. I've only heard vague tells about her, so I wouldn't know. I don't know. She never joined Alamo when I ran Alamo, so I don't know. I kept my head in the dirt pretty much. So I have no idea. But, yes. Whoa, whoa, not that. Whoopsie. Where'd my pen go? Lost it. Am I crazy? Am I insane? Oh, there it is. It's on the ground way away from my thing. Ugh. There we go. Whoa. Shift B. Ooh, that does not work at all. Holy moly. I have no idea. Does it? Oh yeah, it takes it takes the input right there. That's unfortunate. I wanted to mess around. I guess in F2 view it's fine. Alamo was spared? Probably. Whoa, whoa. Woo, woo. Let's get that GoPro footage going. Classic GoPro footage right there. Look at all that. Look at all that glare on the glass. Let's get this one going. Right there. We'll zoom it in just a little bit there. And let's get the leak over here. Right there, I guess. Seems good. Right there. Beautiful stuff. Alrighty. Let's see. 304 knots, 36,000 feet here from the leak. Only 250 from Wormwood. Oh, but he is at 41,000 feet, so he's cruising. They're all cruising in. I wonder how much fuel they actually have left, because I mean, they could just burn in. But nearest guy, 36 nautical miles. Yep, you're very welcome, Jumper. You're very welcome for hosting the stream. I apologize for the bit of issues in the very start where I talked to myself for like 10 minutes, not knowing that the stream wasn't live. I will remember that for next time, and I will hopefully do another stream like this in the future. But yes. Let's, while they're coming in here, I guess one last final thank you to Strike Package Studios for being partnered with the TACT tournament this year, and for their special thanks. Again, I'm going to show their trailer, which they made. So let's get that out there. Well, a minute has passed and a minute has gone by. I don't know, the same thing. Still a ways out, unfortunately. But I probably should have just told them not to RT. Or I guess they were asking which base to RTB, but they still have to RTB. I don't know why. I mean, I don't even have the ability to tell them not to. But good stuff. Good stuff. Round one fight was very, very good, leaving it to be a 1v1 that ultimately ended up in a fuel game win for GRC and then a technicality loss for them. But very, very good fight over there. And then in round two, just totally clobbered Mumblerines and GRC in that second round. I mean, it was pretty rough. It was what, like a 4v8 or something, 3v8 at one point. So yeah, I know. Nice meatball overlay. Nothing's really going on. So, unfortunately, I just have the big old meatball on the overlay. But we're making some turns here. Mia Pronin coming in. Looks like I don't know what's going on here. Looks like for a very long lineup for the runway or something. Some sort of orbit going on here. Valik's just coming in right now, straight in for the landing. You can see Damascus right out there. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I wouldn't have expected that Alterman just gets or would just leave and he would want to go land, because the landing part of this does in fact count towards tiebreaker stuff at the end of the day. So however many people you were able to land in total, I think across all your matches, is what would decide a tiebreaker or something like that. Okay, it looks like Mia Pronin probably just gave Valik the go-ahead to land, since he may be light on fuel here. Coming in. Beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. Let's get this landing in right now. Checking his 6, doesn't want to get hit by any stray SM2s on the way into Damascus right now. And there we go. Touchdown to secure the victory for 9G, making it a clean 2-0 for 9G here. Let's check in. Who's in line? Mia Pronin's first in line here. Round win. Congratulations, No Wheels loves you. Remaining aircraft must land within 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Taxiing about here. We're locked in on landing right now. And wheels down. And wheels down. Oh, he's going nose down straight away. But we got a nice flare over there. Oh, it's because I have that selected. There we go. Turning in. All aircraft have landed and the server will be restarting in 10 seconds. But there is no round 3, unfortunately, everybody. Oh, he got taken away. Well, that was kind of a funny little thing right there. But thank you guys so very much for joining me in today's fight between 9G and Mumblerines versus GRC. It was a wonderful fight happening between those two teams. First round, very, very close. Very, very good fight. Second round, a little bit more dominate from 9G. They really just pulled out all the stops there and just took it away. Ended up with at least four fighters still in the air at the end instead of just one that fueled out. So, thank you guys all so very much for watching. That has been 9G versus Mumblerines and GRC in TACT 25.1. And I will close out now by saying to watch the other streams and watch my future streams. Anyways, thank you guys so very much. I will close out with the TACT trailer and I'll see you guys later. Thank you so very much for watching, and have a nice day.
Okay, we just got smoke out of the engine.
And Cougar 2's getting smoke fumes in the cockpit now, going 100%.
Good call.
0 oil pressure.
Confirm you still have the same indications of 0 oil pressure?
0 oil pressure. 4 engine faults. 013, 016, 080, 040.
Roger, continue to climb.
Cougar 2 is off.
Go ahead.
What's your power set at now?
80% in the descent.
Copy that.
Copy 50.
Say your power setting, 2.
I'm maxed out at this power setting. It's getting bumpy on here. Okay, you're on fire.
Okay, we copy the radar.
I'll get down!
Copy the mayday. About 3 miles south. Okay, I've got to shoot.
Understand choppers are in the air.
2 o'clock below.
2 o'clock. Okay, spot searching. Clean.
It's a single Daenerys 1.
It's 2,000 for 4. Still up, hold on, hold on. Got the advantage.